Hello, I'm Melissa Johnson. We're talking today with Charles Bell, Chairman and CEO of eKnowledge Corporation, a leading producer of college entrance and test preparation programs and other e-learning products. For the past 2 years, eKnowledge, in cooperation with a number of NFL football players, has been donating premium SAT and ACT test preparation programs free to our military service members and their families worldwide. This donation to our military families by eKnowledge has received a tremendous response. Mr. Bell, thank you for being here with us today.
Thank you, Melissa. It's nice to be with you.
What is the SAT and SAT Power Prep?
The ACT and SAT Power Prep program has been designed by eKnowledge with the individual student in mind. We believe that every student has a unique personal learning style. They don't all learn the same way. Unfortunately, most test preparation courses and programs treat every student the same. The student is expected to adjust to the institutional or traditional teaching method. The focus is really on the instructor's teaching method, not the student's learning style. As a result, many students don't score as well on the college entrance exams as they could with the right help. The SAT and ACT Power Prep program from eKnowledge gives them the freedom to learn their way and at their own pace. One of the other unique features of our SAT and ACT Power Prep program is the extensive library of instructional videos and the ability they afford the student to pause, rewind, or fast forward through the instructional materials. This feature gives the student a tremendous amount of flexibility to learn at their own pace.
If people were to purchase this program from your website without sponsorship, what would it cost?
The standard price for the SAT or ACT Power Prep program is $200. And the premium program, which contains all of the material in the Power Prep program, plus additional multimedia study guides and approximately 1,000 pages of extra dictionary, diagnostic, and instructional material in PDF format, is $300. So essentially, each time eKnowledge donates a free SAT or ACT Power Prep program or premium program under the NFL DoD sponsorship initiative, the eligible military service member or dependent is receiving a gift valued at between $200 and $300.
What is the eKnowledge and NFL sponsorship program?
Melissa, eKnowledge is a leading producer of advanced interactive learning products and test preparation programs for college entrance exams. 2 years ago, after a great deal of discussion, we decided to make a free donation of our advanced SAT and ACT test preparation products to all military service members and their families. The normal price of these products is between $200 and $300. It was a significant financial decision for our company. I assigned the leadership responsibility for the NFL DoD sponsorship program to one of our most talented people, Brandon Chatham. Brandon is our Director of Sponsorship Programs and is working closely with all of our alliance partners on the DoD sponsorship initiative. In the first year of the sponsorship initiative, more than 50,000 military service members and dependents requested these free programs at a total value of almost $10 million. The only charge is a modest amount for the cost of actual packaging and shipping anywhere in the world.
Why did you start the military sponsorship program?
Through our market research, we discovered that the average test scores for military service members and their dependents who took the SAT or ACT college entrance exam were below the average scores for the general population. Through further research, we found that the percentage of the military service members and their dependents who used test prep programs prior to taking the SAT or ACT were also below the general population. So essentially what we learned was that our military service members and their families were not competing on a level playing field. We made some additional inquiries and were told that the cost of the test prep courses was not covered under the existing DoD financial assistance programs or the GI Bill. We didn't think that this was right. So we decided to give the test prep programs free to our military service members and their families, at least to the extent that we could afford to do so. It's been a significant financial sacrifice for eKnowledge, but we believe that it was the right thing to do, the right thing for our military families. Like most of our military service members and their families, I came from humble beginnings and understand the challenges of living on a tight budget. Most of them cannot afford $300 to $500 for an SAT or ACT premium test preparation program. Since I was once in their shoes financially, and I also personally understand the sacrifice that they are making for our country, it seemed only right to help them in this small way. It's been a privilege and an honor to support them.
Would you tell us a little bit about your military background?
I served approximately 5 years as a commissioned officer in the United States Marine Corps. I was an infantry officer and demolitions and explosives expert. My last assignment before leaving active duty was officer in charge of the 1st Marine Division's training operations for demolitions and explosives.
How did the NFL become involved with the military sponsorship program?
After we started the ACT and SAT sponsorship program, several individual NFL players heard about what we were doing for the troops and their families and asked if they could help. There are now a large number of players who are giving their time and name recognition without any compensation to promote this effort. We are proud of all of them and very grateful for their commitment and support.
Has the sponsorship program been well received?
The response has been overwhelming. Since the program was announced approximately 18 months ago, eKnowledge has donated and shipped more than 80,000 free SAT and ACT test preparation programs to military service members and their families worldwide, valued at over $16 million. And we have received well over 25,000 letters and emails from military service members thanking us for the gift and telling us how much it has meant to them and their families. The feedback has been truly heartwarming. I'd like to read a few of the letters from my military folks who have received the free SAT or ACT Power Prep program from eKnowledge. Harold McAnay, who is a Chief Warrant Officer in the United States Navy, wrote us, "The eKnowledge SAT program enabled my grandson to raise his SAT score, which in turn qualified him for an appointment to the United States Military Academy for the class of 2011. I'm hoping it will also help his sister, my granddaughter, as well." Sherrod Williams, an E4 in the United States Army National Guard, wrote us, "Thank you for this generous donation of the SAT and ACT test prep programs to the military. I am a soldier returning to college after many years. The program has helped me with my dream of attaining a college education. Thank you for everything that you have done for us and our families. Your contribution will not be in vain. God bless you guys." Sabrina Lambert, a sergeant in the United States Army, wrote, "It took me forever to find an SAT test prep course because the Army doesn't offer one or reimburse us for the cost. I actually paid almost $500 for an SAT course before I heard about your donation. Thank you for helping us." Sergeant First Class Hiram Mendez in the United States Army wrote, "I am a Sergeant First Class in the Army stationed in Korea. I was looking for something to help my son prepare for the SAT, ACT exams, and I happened to stumble upon this donated free material through an article I read in the Stars and Stripes newspaper, which is a military newspaper here on base. It is hard being overseas and not having too many resources to help our children prepare for the SAT exam. This free eKnowledge NFL player sponsorship program is just what we needed. Once again, thank you for your support."